everyone, it's Moose, and thank you so much for joining me back here. Today we're doing another reading vlog, a vlog for a book that I've needed to read for a long time. Today we're going to be reading Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. This is the last book in the Throne of Glass series. I'm so excited to finish the series. I've really enjoyed it. I'm glad I stuck with it. There was a point in time where I didn't want to finish it. I read the first book, I read Throne of Glass, and did not really like it. I didn't really like Celaena's character in that one. But everyone told me to push through. They said it gets better. So I did, and I'm glad that I did because I'm enjoying it. And I'm even more excited to read it after having read Crescent City. I should say that this is going to be full of spoilers. So if you haven't read this book, hey! If you haven't read this book and you want to and you don't want spoilers, maybe don't watch this video. But I'm excited to read this because I'm excited to see all of the different tie-ins to how all three of her series come together. I'm anxious about that. I want to see how everything ties together. Right now, I'm on chapter 30, and I still have like 11 hours left in the audiobook. I do have the physical copy of this at home on my shelf, but I don't have time to read it physically right now. So one of my friends was like, hey, I think Audible's doing this thing where you can sign up and get 2 free credits. So I did. I signed up for a trial on Audible. Now I'm listening to the audiobook on chapter 30. Shocked Irene is pregnant. Excited that Aelin is finally being rescued. Right now, I'm at the part where Rowan is trying to get the mask off of her and the shackles and stuff. That's where I'm at right now. I'm really liking it so far. It was a little slow, but I'm liking it, and I find that I'm invested in all of the different storylines right now in this moment. I'm excited to see what happens to Manon, Manon, and Dorian. I'm excited that Aelin's story is kind of coming together with Rowan's finally. I'm excited to see how this ends. I think someone might die. I think a lead might die. That's my guess. I think she might die. Because I think it would be a little too convenient to make her immortal. But I think it would be not really satisfying as a reader for her to survive and reconcile with Lorcan. And the two of them not have eternity together, I guess. If they made up and got back together and she wasn't immortal, it would be disappointing. But is she going to become immortal, or is she just going to die? I think she might die. I also wouldn't be surprised if Dorian dies and Chaol became king. I know that might be a stretch, but that's my prediction right now. There we go. That's where I'm at. Those are my thoughts so far. Yeah. Hey, a lot's going on. I'm kind of giddy listening to this right now. Me and Ellie are getting ready to go in Hobby Lobby, because who doesn't love Hobby Lobby? Sam's at school. Life update out of the way. I've been listening to it. I'm on chapter 47, 48. I think I just finished chapter 47. And I haven't really been interested, spoiler warning, I haven't really been interested in Aedion and Lysandra's storyline up to this point. It's just the least interesting to me. But this last chapter had me on the edge of my seat while I was driving. I was literally up at the steering wheel like this while I was driving and listening to it. It was intense. Lysandra might be my favorite character. Love her. Scared she might die. That or Aedion. Somebody's gonna die. Somebody's gonna die. Ellie agrees with me. Somebody is going to die. At first I thought it might be Chaol, but I don't think so anymore, because if he dies, then Irene dies, and then their baby dies. And then, so I think that would just be too much. Did I mention that Irene is pregnant? Took me for a loop. Let me just say that. What else? I'm excited to see Aelin go all AWOL on everybody and kill everybody. Excited for that. Really, though, I think Dorian is going to be the MVP at the end of everything. Dorian might die. I don't think Rowan will die.
and I don't think Aelin will die. Dorian might die. Lysandra might die. Aedion might die. Lorcan might die. Or a lead might die. A bunch of the side characters I could see dying. Even though Dorian's kind of a main character. Manon might die. Manon, however you say it. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. It's a long audiobook, so I'm glad I'm listening to it as an audiobook. But that last chapter had me on the edge of my seat. And I just started the chapter where Aelin is... Oh, Ellie's listening to it too, so she's telling you about her thoughts. I just got to the chapter where Aelin meets up with Chaol. So I'm about to see how all that goes down. And I'm so excited. Okay, bye.
I'm running around my house trying to get stuff done, and I'm listening to it as I'm working. I don't want Lorcan to die. I'm in the part now where they're out on the plane. He and Elide are on the horse, like trying to get back to the keep because the dam's about to break. I don't want either of them to die. I'm kind of on the edge of my seat. And now I don't know what's happening because point of view has just shifted. I'm sweating. I'm debating on changing out of my sweater because I don't want him to die. I want him to have like a redemption arc. I'm on part 2. And it's okay so far. I'm expecting the end to be where everything goes down. Because that's usually how Sarah J. Maas goes. Right now, it's just a lot of political planning and a lot of fighting, which I like. I like the fighting scenes because they're usually interspersed with something very intense and character driven, like character plot driven, I guess. Usually something happens to one of the characters that you're like, no, I don't want them to die. So I do like those parts of the battle scenes, but right now it's fine. Aelin and her posse have come to the rescue and are now in a meeting with Darrow, and Dorian is now in Endovier. No, that's not it. Oh. Okay. I'm on chapter 72. I'm listening to it, and I still have like 7 or 8 hours left. This is a long book, but spoiler alert, kind of, for Crescent City. If you haven't read Crescent City and you absolutely don't want to know anything about this, maybe don't watch this portion. Skip ahead a little bit. Give you time. I think the Vogue might be the Asteri. At first, I thought the Vogue might be like the demons from hell from Crescent City, like Adis and all those, all those guys that are trying to take back or fight the Asteri. But Erewhon made a comment to Dorian just now that that he and his brothers came to that world to conquer it, similar to how they had done other worlds, which is exactly what the Asteri have been doing. So I don't know if they're from hell or if they're the Asteri. Right now I'm leaning towards the possibility that they might be the Asteri. I need the next book. Hey, I just got off a Zoom call for school. So my mind is a little fried right now. But I wanted to update you because I only have like 3 hours left of this book. So I'm hoping to finish it tomorrow. I think Evangeline is going to have a larger role to play at the end of this book. She has been having sections like dedicated to her, which has not happened previously. And she seems a little bit more grown up now in these sections. Specifically when she watches what happens to Aedion. So I think she's going to have a larger role to play at the end of this book.
and I'm anxious to see what it is. Dorian, love him. He's never been one of my favorite characters, but I love him in this book. I like his character development. I think he's great. I hope he doesn't die. I don't think he's going to die. Aelin might die and then be brought back to life. I don't know. I'm speculating so much when I'm reading this book. Dorian's one of my favorites. Love him. I am currently reading the scene where he and Aelin are being reunited. Guys, I never cry over books, okay? Big spoiler coming. I never cry over books. But when the Witch Tower is fixed and everyone's about to die and the 13 leave Manon to go destroy it, I was putting away dishes when I was when I was listening to that scene and felt chills go up my back, and I felt my throat close up the way it does whenever you have to cry. I never get emotional over books, but that one got me for some reason. I didn't actually cry, but I really felt emotional about it. Yeah, that's where I'm at. 3 hours left. This book is very drawn out. I'm glad I'm listening to it as an audiobook, because I feel like it would take me a long time to get through it as a physical book. But I'm enjoying it so far. Hope to finish it tomorrow. I have a towel on, but I'm listening. Listening to this as I shower. Spoiler alert, ACOTAR, I guess, coming, A Court of Thorns and Roses. I just finished the part. I need to sit down. Hold on. I need to sit down. I just finished the part where I can't get words out. Where Aelin, opens the gate and talks to all the gods, and they kind of backstab her, and then they're like, "No, we're not going to help you after all." And now she's falling through all the different worlds and stuff, and she sees Rhys. I really need a reference book, first of all, to how all three of Sarah J. Maas's worlds intertwine. And second of all, I really need to go through all of her books and annotate all of the different connections. It's definitely Rhys. She describes a snow-capped mountain with stars and a winged male who is a fae who has dark power that helps her slow down. Dude, it's Rhys! So all of these are connected. I was getting chill bumps when I was in my shower. I planned on shaving my legs tonight. Let me just say that I did not, because my legs were so bumped up that I knew I would cut myself a million times if I did that. When they go into the gate, the portal, whatever it is, she and Dorian, and Dorian's dad pops up, made me a little emotional. I like that we get a little redemption for him. I'm just everywhere right now. I'm more so blown away by the fact that Rhys is in this. I don't have words. I'm speechless. Even though I just rambled a lot anyways. I finished it. I feel such relief in having the weight of this off of my shoulders. It is so big. And that's what she said. And it was just, I knew it would take me forever if I were to read it myself. It's 1,000 pages long. So I am happy to have listened to it on audiobooks. Thank you, Kelly. She is my book friend. I don't think she has a channel, but we just talk about books. And she told me that Audible has this thing, it had a trial subscription and you could get 2 credits. So I used it for this because I couldn't find the audiobook anywhere else. And I'm so thankful that I did, because I finished it, whereas I would still probably only be 100 pages into it at this point, if I'm being realistic with myself. Ending thoughts. Loved it. This is not my favorite in the series by any means. A lot happens and not a lot happens, if that makes sense. It's very long.
It's drawn out. I think it's okay to be drawn out though, since it's the last book in the series. It's tying everything in all in together into one book, which makes sense that it needs to be long for that reason. It was long. Dorian's my favorite. I love him. Kale's my favorite. I love him. I always loved Kale. I know a lot of people give him hate, but I like him. Always have. Always will. He might... If I was going to choose a book boyfriend in this series, it would probably be Kale. I'm happy for Rowan. I'm happy for Aelin. I'm sad Gabriel died. I don't know. I feel like if someone was going to die, I didn't want it to be him. I wish he and Aedion had gotten a chance to fix their relationship. So it makes me sad that he died. I think the 13's death had the biggest impact on me though, but I've already talked about that. I am excited that everyone paired up at the end. I feel like that's really cliche, especially for like a YA series, but I am glad that everyone got paired up and had a happily ever after. The thing I'm most excited for in the series is maybe going back after the new Crescent City book comes out, whenever it comes out, and finding all of the different connections. I would love to go through all of her series, Sarah J. Maas series, and annotate and find all the connections between each other. That would be what I'm most excited for. Otherwise, I think I managed to get most of my thoughts out concerning this. I do like that Irene was kind of the catalyst and everything and was the one to fix everything, along with a lead. I think that's very fitting. I think she was portrayed as like the supposed to be underdog, but not really underdog throughout the whole series. So I like that she contributed to everything's conclusion. Yeah, I actually kind of like that Aelin lost her power. I think it makes it more realistic, I guess, as realistic as it can be if it's a fantasy series, I guess. I don't know. It's a little weird to say, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I liked it. I'm happy to have been, I'm happy to be done with it. And I'm excited to be caught up on all of Sarah J. Maas's stuff. There we go. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe down below and leave a comment. Let me know if you've read this book. Let me know if you've read this series and what your thoughts are on it. I love you. Thank you for watching. And we'll meet back here next time. See ya.